Chapter 7. Joe Green. The rest of our journey was very easy, and the next evening we reached the house of our master's friend, where a groom took us to a comfortable stable. We stayed 2 or 3 days, then returned home. John was glad to see us, and we were glad to see him.
"I wonder who will come in my place,"
said James. "Little Joe Green," said John. "He's only 14.5, but he has a kind heart and wants to come, so I've agreed to try him for 6 weeks. The next day, Joe Green came to learn all he could before James left. He was a nice, happy boy, and always came to work singing. But then the day came when James had to leave us.
"I'm leaving a lot behind,"
he said sadly to John.
"My mother, and you, a good master and mistress, and the horses. And I shan't know anybody at the new place."
"It's hard to leave your home for the first time," said John. "But if you get on well, which I'm sure you will, your mother will be proud of you." Everyone was sorry to lose James, but Joe tried hard to learn, and John was pleased with him. One night, I woke up to hear the stable bell ringing loudly. I heard the door open at John's house and his feet running up to the hall. He was back quickly. "Wake up, Beauty," he said, coming into the stable. "We must go quickly now." And before I could think, he had the saddle on my back and the bridle on my head. The master was waiting at the hall door with a letter in his hand. "Ride for your life, John," he said. "Give this to Dr. White, then rest your horse, and be back as soon as you can. Mrs. Gordon is very ill." Away went John and I, through the park, and through the village, and down the hill. There was a long piece of flat road by the riverside, and John said, "Now, Beauty, do your best." I needed no whip, and for 2 miles I galloped as fast as I could, perhaps even faster than my grandfather, who won the race at Newmarket. When we came to the bridge, John slowed me down a little and patted my neck. "Well done, Beauty," he said. Then I was off again, as fast as before. The air was cold, and the moon was bright, and it was a pleasant night. We went through a village, then a dark wood, then uphill, then downhill, and after 12 kilometres we came to the town. It was 3 o'clock when we stopped by Dr. White's door. John rang the bell, then knocked on the door like thunder. A window was pushed up, and Dr. White's head appeared. "What do you want?" he said. "Mrs. Gordon is very ill," said John. "You must come at once, or she'll die. Here's a letter." The doctor was soon at the door. "My horse has been out all day and is exhausted. Can I take yours?"
My master told me to rest him, said John. But take him if you think it's best, sir. I'll soon be ready, said the doctor. John stood by me and patted my neck. I was very hot. Then the doctor came out with his riding whip. You won't need that, sir, said John. Black Beauty will go until he drops. The doctor was a heavier man than John, and not so good a rider, but I did my very best. Joe was waiting at the gate, and the master was at the hall door. He did not say a word. The doctor went into the house with him, and Joe led me to the stable. My legs were shaking, and there was not a dry hair on my body. The water ran down my legs, and I was hot all over. Poor Joe! He was young and knew very little. He did the best he could, cleaning my legs and my chest, but he did not put a warm cloth on me. He thought I was so hot that I would not like it. He gave me some cold water to drink. Then he gave me some food and went away. Soon I began to shake and tremble with cold, and I ached all over. I wished John was there, but he had 12 kilometres to walk, so I tried to sleep. After a long time, I heard John at the door. I gave a low cry, and he was at my side in a moment. I could not tell him how I felt, but he seemed to know immediately. He covered me with 3 warm cloths, then ran for some hot water and made me a warm drink. John seemed very angry. "Stupid boy," he said to himself over and over again. "No cloth put on, and I suppose the water was cold too. Boys are no good." I became very ill, and could not breathe without pain. John looked after me day and night, and my master often came to see me too. "My poor Beauty," he said one day. "My good horse. You saved your mistress's life. Yes, you saved her life." I was very glad to hear that. John told my master that he never saw a horse go so fast. One night, Tom Green, Joe's father, came to help John give me my medicine, then stayed for a while. At first, both men were silent. Then Tom said, "John, please say a kind word to Joe. The boy is heartbroken. He can't eat his meals, and he can't smile. He knows it's his fault Beauty is ill, but he did his best. He says if Beauty dies, no one will ever speak to him again. But he's not a bad boy." After a short pause, John said, "I know he meant no harm, but I'm proud of that horse, and I hate to think his life may be thrown away like this. But I'll give the boy a kind word tomorrow, if Beauty is better." I heard no more of this conversation, as the medicine did well, and sent me to sleep. And in the morning I felt much better. Joe learned quickly after this, and was so careful that John began to give him many things to do. One day John was out, and the master wanted a letter taken immediately to a gentleman's house about 5 kilometres away. He told Joe to saddle me and take it. The letter was delivered, and we were returning through a field where we saw a cart full of bricks. They were so heavy that the wheels of the cart were half buried in the soft ground, and the horses could not move the cart at all. The man leading the horses was shouting and whipping them without stopping.
"Don't whip the horses like that,"
Joe shouted at him.
"The wheels are half buried and won't move. I'll help you take some bricks out to make the cart lighter."
"Mind your own business," said the man angrily.
He was in a terrible temper, and more than half drunk. Joe turned me, and we galloped towards the house of the brickmaker, Mr. Clay. Joe knocked on the door. The door opened. "Hello, young man," began Mr. Clay.
"There's a man in your field whipping 2 horses to death,"
Joe told him, his voice shaking with anger.
"I told him to stop, but he wouldn't. I offered to help him lighten the cart, but he refused. I think he's drunk. Please go, sir."
"I will," said the man, and hurried off. When we got home, Joe told John all about it. "You did the right thing," said John. "Many people would ride by and say it was none of their business. But cruelty is everybody's business." Just before dinner, the master sent for Joe. The drunken man was accused of cruelty to horses, and Joe was wanted to tell his story to the police.
"I'll tell it gladly,"
said Joe. We heard afterwards that the poor horses were so exhausted and so badly beaten that the man might have to go to prison. Joe came across and gave me a friendly pat.
"We won't allow cruelty, will we, old friend?"
he said. And he seemed to have grown up suddenly. Chapter 8. Earl's Hall Park. I lived at Birtwick Park for 3 happy years. But then changes came. Our mistress was often ill, and the doctor advised her to go and live in a warm country for 2 or 3 years. Everyone was very sorry, but the master immediately started making arrangements to leave England. John did his work silently and sadly, and Joe didn't sing any more. Then we heard that the master had sold Ginger and me to an old friend of his, Lord Grey. Merrylegs was given to the neighbour, Mr. Bloomfield, and Joe was employed to look after him. John was offered several good jobs, but he wanted to wait and look around. "I want to train young horses," he told the master.
I cannot think of anyone more suitable for that work than you, John, said the master. If I can help you in any way, write to me.
The next morning, John took Ginger and me to Earlshall Park, where Lord Grey lived. There was a very fine house and lots of stables. John asked for Mr. York, who was going to be our new driver. Mr. York was a good-looking man of about 40, with a voice that expected to be obeyed. He called a groom to take us to our boxes, then invited John to have a drink with him. We were taken to a pleasant stable and put in boxes next to one another. Then we were groomed and fed. Half an hour later, John and Mr. York came to see us. Mr. York looked at us carefully.
"Is there anything you want to mention about them, Mr. Manley?" he said.
"I don't believe there's a better pair of horses in the country," said John. "But they're not alike. The black one has the most perfect temper I've ever known. The other was badly treated before she came to us, but has grown better-tempered in the last 3 years. We've never used a bearing rein with either of them."
"They'll wear one here," said York. "Lady Grey follows the fashion, and if her horses are not reined up tight, she doesn't like it."
"I'm sorry to hear that," said John. He came to pat each of us for the last time. I held my face close to him, which was all I could do to say goodbye. And then he was gone, and I have never seen him since. Lord Grey came to look at us the next day, and seemed pleased. He heard what John had said about us.
"Keep an eye on the mare," he said to York. "Don't make the bearing rein too tight at first, and I'll mention it to my wife."
In the afternoon, we were harnessed to the carriage, and Lady Grey came out and looked at us. She was a tall, proud-looking woman, and did not look pleased, but she said nothing and got into the carriage. The bearing rein annoyed me, but did not pull my head any higher than I was used to carrying it. I was worried about Ginger, but she seemed quite happy. But the next afternoon, when Lady Grey came down the steps, she said,
"York, you must put those horses' heads higher. They don't look nice."
"I'm sorry, my lady," said York, "but they have not been reined up for 3 years. But if it pleases you, I can take them up a little more."
"Do that,"
she said. That day we had to pull the carriage up a steep hill. I wanted to put my head forward to make the work easier, but I couldn't. "Now you can see what it's like," said Ginger when we came back. "If it doesn't get any worse, I shall say nothing, but I won't have the rein pulled up tight." Each day the bearing reins were shortened a little more. Then one day Lady Grey came out later than usual and said,
"York, when will you get those horses' heads up? Pull them up at once, and let's have no arguing."
York came to me first, and made the rein very tight. Then he went to Ginger.
but the moment he took off the rein in order to shorten it, she stood up on her back legs. York and the groom could not control her. She kicked herself out of the carriage and fell down, kicking me on the leg as she went. York sat on her head to keep her still and shouted, "Let the black horse out! Undo the carriage! Cut the harness!" The groom cut me out of the harness and hurried me back to my box, then ran back to York. I was angry, and my leg hurt, and I felt that I wanted to kick the first person who came near me. Soon after, Ginger was led in by 2 grooms. York was with her, and came to look at me. "I knew those bearing reins would cause trouble," he said to himself. He saw where I had been kicked, and washed the place gently with hot water to help the pain. Lord Grey was angry when he heard what had happened. He blamed York for taking orders from the mistress, and York said that he would take orders only from Lord Grey himself from now on. But things went on the same as before, except that Ginger was never put into the carriage again. I pulled it with a horse called Max, who was used to the tight rein. But those 4 months pulling Lady Grey's carriage were terrible. The sharp bit cut into my tongue and mouth. The rein hurt my neck and made it difficult to breathe, and I felt tired and very miserable. In the spring, Lord Grey and some of his family went up to London and took York with them. 2 daughters remained at the Hall. Lady Harriet never went out in the carriage, and Lady Anne preferred riding on horseback with her brother or cousins. She chose me for her horse, and I enjoyed these rides, sometimes with Ginger, sometimes with Lizzie, a horse liked by the young gentleman. There was a gentleman called Blantyre staying at the Hall, who always rode Lizzie, and was so pleased with her that Lady Anne wanted to try her.
"I don't advise it," said Blantyre. "She's too easily frightened for a lady to ride."
"My dear cousin,"
said Lady Anne, laughing,
"I've been riding horses since I was a baby, and have followed the hounds many times. Now help me up."
So Blantyre helped her into the saddle, then climbed on me. Just as we were moving off, Lady Harriet asked for a message to be taken to Dr. Ashley in the village. The village was about 2 kilometres away, and the doctor's house was the last one in it. Blantyre got off to open the gate for Lady Anne, but she said,
"I'll wait here for you."
He went off, and we waited. There was a field with an open gate on the opposite side of the road, and at that moment some young horses came trotting out. They were wild and excited, and there was a boy behind them waving a large whip. Suddenly, one of the young horses ran across the road and banged into Lizzie's back legs. She gave a violent kick, nearly unseating Lady Anne, and immediately galloped away at full speed. I gave a loud neigh for help,
and made a noise with my feet, until Mr. Blantyre came running out of the doctor's house. He saw Lizzie and Lady Anne, now far away down the road, and quickly jumped into the saddle, and we raced after them. For about 2 kilometres, the road was straight. Then it turned to the right before becoming 2 roads. Long before we came to the bend, Lady Anne was out of sight. Which way had she gone? A woman was in her garden, looking up the road.
"Which way?"
shouted Blantyre.
"To the right,"
cried the woman. Away we went, up the right-hand road. We saw her for a moment. Then she was gone again round another bend. Several times we saw her, but lost her again. Then we came to some rough land, very uneven and full of holes in the ground, the worst possible place for galloping. On this open ground, we could now see Lady Anne clearly, her long hair flying out behind her in the wind, and slowly we began to catch up. There was a wide ditch ahead, and I was sure it would stop them, but without a pause, Lizzie jumped it and fell. I cleared the ditch and landed safely. Lady Anne was lying on the ground, not moving. Blantyre jumped down beside her and called her name, but there was no reply. Her face was white and her eyes were closed.
"Annie, dear Annie, do speak," he cried.
There were 2 men cutting grass close by, and they saw Lizzie galloping away without a rider, and came across.
"Can you ride?"
Blantyre asked one of them.
"I'm not a good horseman, sir," he said, "but I'll do my best."
"Ride this horse to the doctor's, and ask him to come immediately. Then go on to the hall,"
said Blantyre.
"Tell them all you know, and ask them to send a carriage."
The man climbed into my saddle, and we galloped off. I tried not to shake him about too much, and he soon discovered that he needed no whip. There was a lot of excitement at the hall when they heard what happened. I was put into my box, the saddle and bridle were taken off, and a cloth was thrown over me. 2 days later, Blantyre came and patted me.
"You did well," he said. "I'm sure you knew Annie was in danger. She must ride only you from now on."
From this, I knew that my young mistress was out of danger, and would soon be able to ride again. Chapter 9. The Accident and New Masters. A man called Reuben Smith looked after us while York was in London. He was gentle and clever with horses, and an excellent driver. But he had one fault. He sometimes drank too much. For weeks or months he was all right. But then, without warning, he would begin to drink heavily and behave badly. But he was a useful man, so York had kept quiet about Smith's drinking, saying nothing to Lord Grey. Then one night Smith drove some ladies and gentlemen home from a party, and was so drunk that he could not hold the reins. York could not hide this, and Lord Grey told Smith to leave. However, some time later, York spoke again to Lord Grey, who was very kind-hearted, and he took Reuben Smith back. Smith promised never to get drunk again, and kept his promise, and because of this he was told to look after the stables while York was away. One day the carriage needed some repairs, so it was arranged that Smith would take it to town, leave it at the carriage-maker's, and then ride me back again. Mr. Blantyre wanted to go to the station, so he went with us. At the station, Mr. Blantyre gave Smith some money and said, "Take care of Lady Anne, Reuben, and don't let anyone else except her ride Black Beauty." We left the carriage at the maker's, and Smith rode me to the White Lion Hotel. He told the stableman to give me some food and have me ready for 4 o'clock. One of my front shoes was loose, but the stableman did not see it until 4 o'clock. Smith came back at 5, and said he would now leave at 6, because he'd met some old friends. The stableman told him about the loose shoe.
"It'll be all right until we get home," said Smith.
He finally came back at 9 o'clock, shouting loudly and in a very bad temper. We left, and almost immediately he began to gallop, often giving me sharp cuts with the whip, although I was going at full speed. Before we were out of the town, my shoe came off, but Smith was too drunk to notice. It was very dark, and on the rough road at that speed, my foot was soon cut and bleeding from the sharp stones. I could not go on. The pain was too great, and I fell violently on both my knees. Smith was thrown off. He tried to get up, but couldn't. Then he lay still. I could do nothing but wait. It was nearly midnight when I heard a horse's feet and the wheels of a carriage. I neighed loudly, and was very happy to hear an answering neigh from Ginger, and men's voices. Then the carriage came out of the darkness and stopped. 2 men jumped down beside Smith. "It's Reuben," said one. "And he's not moving, Robert." "He's dead," said Robert, touching Smith. "His hands are cold, and his head is covered with blood." They looked at me and saw my cut knees. "The horse has been down and thrown him," said Robert. He tried to lead me forward, but I almost fell again. "He's bad in the foot, too. No wonder he went down, riding over these stones without a shoe. Reuben was drunk, Ned. He would never ride a horse without a shoe unless he was drunk." Ned took Smith's body back in the carriage, and Robert tied his handkerchief round my foot and led me slowly home. No one blamed me for the accident. The owner of the White Lion Hotel said that Reuben Smith was drunk when he left. But I had to leave Earl's Hall, and so did Ginger. For a month or two, I was allowed to live out in a field, and one day Ginger was brought in to join me. She had been ruined by the hard riding of Lord Grey's son, and after 12 months' rest she was going to be sold. And although my knees got better, they looked very ugly, and so I was no longer suitable for a fashionable family. It was very pleasant being in the field with Ginger, but one day Robert came in and took me away. We were both very sad to say good-bye to each other, Ginger and I. I was sold to a man in Bath, who kept many horses and different kinds of carriages for hire. I was a job horse, and all kinds of people hired me. Some were good drivers, others were very bad. Then one man persuaded my master to sell me to a friend of his, who wanted a safe, pleasant horse for riding. And so, that summer, I was sold to Mr. Barry. Mr. Barry knew very little about horses, but he hired a comfortable stable for me, and a man called Filcher to look after me. He ordered the best oats, and plenty of other good food for me to eat too. For a while, all went well, but then there seemed to be fewer oats and more grass in my meals. The grass food, though very good, was not enough to keep me strong and healthy. However, I could not say anything, and it went on for about 2 months. Then one afternoon, my master rode into the country to see a friend, a gentleman farmer who knew about horses, and who looked very closely at me. "Your horse doesn't look as well as he did when you first had him, Barry," he said, feeling my neck and shoulders. "See how wet and warm he is, after just a gentle ride. My groom says that horses are never in good condition in the autumn," said my master. "But this is only August," said the farmer. "With your light work and the good food, he shouldn't be like this. I don't know who eats your oats, my friend," he went on, "but I doubt that your horse gets any of them. I advise you to watch your groom more closely." Oh, how I wanted to speak! I wanted to tell my master where his oats went to. My groom came every morning at 6 o'clock, bringing his little boy with him. The boy carried a basket and went into the room where the oats were kept. I would see them filling a bag with oats and putting the bag into the basket. 5 or 6 mornings after the visit to the farmer, the boy left the stable with his basket of oats, but came back soon after looking frightened, with 2 policemen holding his arms. "Show me where your father keeps the food for his chickens," one policeman said to the boy. The boy began to cry, but there was no escape. Moments later, the policeman found another empty bag, like the one in the boy's basket, and they took Filcher away with them. That was the last I ever saw of him. Another groom was employed,
but he was very lazy about cleaning, and I became thin and unhealthy from standing in a wet, dirty stable. After all this trouble with grooms, Mr. Barry decided to stop keeping a horse, and I was sent to a horse fair, a place where hundreds of horses were bought and sold, and more lies were told, I think, than in any other place in the country. That day I was lucky. I was bought for £25 by a man called Jeremiah Barker, but everyone called him Jerry, and I shall do the same.